Good day, everyone, and thank you for joining us. Today, we will be discussing a deeply important and urgent topic, addressing violence against women. This presentation offers a comprehensive overview of the global challenges surrounding this issue, explores the root causes, and highlights the significant impacts it has on individuals and communities. We'll also delve into effective strategies for prevention and support, aimed at fostering safer environments for women everywhere. Let's begin our journey toward understanding and action. Violence against women includes a wide range of abuses, from physical and sexual violence to psychological harm, like coercive control. It's important to understand that this isn't just isolated incidents, it's a widespread, global issue affecting millions of women everywhere, regardless of culture or location. The impact goes far beyond immediate injuries. It affects survivors' physical and mental health, disrupts their economic stability, and undermines their overall social well-being. Unfortunately, many women face significant barriers when it comes to reporting these abuses. Stigma, fear of retaliation, and weak legal protections often prevent them from seeking the help they need. These obstacles contribute to a dangerous cycle where abuse continues unchecked and survivors remain trapped. Addressing these barriers is crucial in breaking that cycle and supporting women in reclaiming their lives. When we look at the global statistics on violence against women, the numbers are striking. According to the data, 1 out of every 3 women worldwide has experienced some form of violence. That means 33% of women have been affected, a significant portion that highlights the widespread nature of this issue. On the other hand, 67% have not been affected, but even this figure underscores the urgent need to protect and support those who are. This pie chart really brings home how pervasive violence against women is on a global scale, underscoring why addressing this epidemic is so critical. Violence against women is deeply rooted in entrenched patriarchal norms and gender inequality, which uphold male dominance in many societies. This fundamental imbalance creates an environment where harmful behaviors can thrive. Adding to this, cultural acceptance often normalizes abuse, making it seem like an acceptable part of life rather than a serious issue that needs to be addressed. Economic dependency and poverty also play a significant role, as they leave many women vulnerable and unable to escape abusive situations. On top of that, weak legislation and poor enforcement mean that perpetrators often face little to no consequences, which perpetuates the cycle of violence. Other factors, such as substance abuse and armed conflict, further increase both the occurrence of violence and the reluctance of victims to report it. Social stigma compounds the problem by discouraging women from speaking out, creating a complex web of risk that must be tackled holistically if we want to make real progress. When we look at global efforts to address violence, several key elements come into play. First, international legal frameworks like CEDAW and the Istanbul Convention establish important standards for protecting rights and holding perpetrators accountable. These agreements serve as a foundation for countries to build their own laws and policies. Next, United Nations agencies along with numerous NGOs play a critical role in coordinating advocacy work, driving prevention programs, and providing vital support to survivors around the world. Their collaboration helps raise awareness and mobilize resources where they're most needed. On a national level, governments put policies into action that focus on prevention, legal reforms, and delivering essential services to those affected. However, the enforcement of these policies often faces challenges. Issues like inconsistent funding, gaps in enforcement, and resistance influenced by cultural norms can limit progress. Despite these hurdles, global efforts remain comprehensive, linking legal frameworks, coordinated international advocacy, and national policies to create a stronger front against violence. This multi-layered approach is essential in making sustained change possible. When addressing violence against women, there are several critical gaps that make progress difficult. First, financial constraints pose a major challenge. Without adequate funding, prevention programs and support services can't operate at the scale or quality needed to make a real impact. Then there's the issue of weak law enforcement. When authorities fail to hold offenders accountable, it creates a culture where violence goes unpunished, which only perpetuates the problem. Cultural and societal resistance is another significant barrier. Deeply rooted beliefs and norms often push back against reforms, making change slower and more complicated. Additionally, poor coordination between governments, NGOs, and communities means efforts can be fragmented and less effective. Finally, we face a lack of reliable data, which hinders our ability to track progress accurately and design interventions that truly meet the needs of those affected. Addressing these gaps is essential for creating lasting change. To effectively end violence against women, several pathways must be pursued simultaneously. First, strengthening and rigorously enforcing legal protections is essential, as strong laws act as a deterrent to abusers and ensure justice for survivors. Next, increasing investment in support services like shelters, counseling, and survivor programs provides critical aid to those affected, helping them rebuild their lives. Community education is another key element. It's vital to shift cultural attitudes and behaviors that perpetuate violence. Equally important is engaging men and boys as allies. By promoting respectful relationships, we can challenge harmful norms from within. Improving data collection and research also plays a crucial role, as it allows us to design more effective programs based on solid evidence. Finally, integrating prevention education into schools and workplaces lays the groundwork for long-term change by teaching respect and equality from an early age. Together, these pathways create a comprehensive approach to ending violence against women.